Welcome home, guys. Today's topic actually hurts my pancreas when I watch it. Let me explain. You see, guys, I'm a coffee drinker myself. Yes, I indulge in a cup of joe every once in a while, but I'm a simple man, you know. I add some cream, a spoonful of sugar, and then I just call it a day. But it's not like that on TikTok. It's a bit different. That's where CoffeeTok comes in. It's the corner of TikTok where creators take their love of coffee and take it to the next level. And by next level, I mean higher blood pressure. Okay, starting off, the ASMR is actually a nice touch. What can I say? I can sometimes be a whore for ASMR. But I am confused on who's supposed to finish this monstrosity you call a drink. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if Frankenstein was a drink, it would be this drink. This kind of reminds me of those videos where people waste like large amounts of food for views. Because there's only two options with these type of videos. Either they throw away the beast they just created, or someone's about to have a heart attack once they finish that drink. Now, I'm gonna assume the former, but that one sip she took was probably 15 grams of sugar, 200 calories, and half a cavity probably. Now, I think the biggest thing that boggles my mind is the sheer size of these projects. It's the common denominator amongst all these videos, and it goes a bit like this. You get a big ass cup of sorts, maybe a jar possibly. You fill it to the brim with coffee, and don't forget to mix the various forms of sugary goodness.
Let's make an iced coffee. Perfect. Now we need a straw. This is the perfect size iced coffee.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're gonna be filling this crock pot thing with coffee. We're gonna add some chocolate drizzle, some gummy bears, some cinnamon rolls for pizzazz. Okay, honestly, I wanna know where she got a glass that tall from. It's almost as tall as her. By the way, I refuse to believe that she finished that whole thing, because if she did, I'd pay to see her chug that. I'd be very impressed. We're gonna get to how much sugar is actually involved in this type of content a little bit later in the video. But first, I mentioned earlier that this type of content is similar to that viral trend of massive foods in front of creators. And I feel like everyone shares the same sentiment with that type of content. We know it's messed up that they're wasting so much food, but for some reason we can't scroll away. Except in this case, it's large amounts of coffee being wasted, which in some countries, I think you would be punished for such a thing. I've always found it interesting when creators decide to make content involving huge amounts of food. There's an audience out there for sure, and it's massive. There is also a giant audience for coffee. So when you mix those two things together, you get diabetes.
Look at this. Oh, perfect. Oh my God.
A purse-shaped cup. Okay. I see we're getting creative now. That thing looks like it holds at least a gallon of coffee, right? And I want to make this clear. This video isn't to target the actual creators, but sometimes I'm at awe at the things that are posted on TikTok, and CoffeeTok is just one of them. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be able to make this type of content. It looks like a lot of work. I think I'll just stick to making jokes about stuff on the internet. Because if I were to have to take a drink out of one of these projects, I think I would have to brush my teeth until they bleed. And I've only ever felt this way towards one other community, and that's watertok.
Let's make my water of the day. Add some ice, a little bit of limoncello, peach flavored whiskey, a little bit of rosé wine, cranberry juice and simple syrup. Top it off with Summerfolk sparkling sake. Let's go.
You see, I came across watertok not too long ago, and it was actually the inspiration for this very video. And I gotta be honest, the similarities are undeniable. Both involve some type of liquid enhanced with mass sugar, and both can probably kill you long term. I will admit, watertok is more colorful though, and overall pleasing to look at. I like colors, bright and fun colors, but I'm not too sure if that's the right message to put out though. Thanks, Mom. I was thirsty. Why isn't it rainbow colored? Guys, water is meant to be boring, okay? I'm sorry to break it to you. The most fun it gets is when people are fighting for like Stanley cups, you know? And even then, it's more for the cup and not really the water, right? Which I disagree, okay? I think it's what's inside that matters, you know, plain, boring, refreshing water. Also, the wacky colors are more for attracting a younger audience who thrive in something like YouTube Shorts. So imagine your 3-year-old refusing to drink plain old water and wanting packs of Kool-Aid powder to enhance the flavor. That actually sounds pretty good right now. Earlier in the video, we said we wanted to dive into the numbers revolving around the amount of sugar that's actually in some of these projects, and it's wild. I'm gonna let this creator explain how much sugar is in one Frappuccino Starbucks coffee, and we'll use that as a benchmark.
Let's see how much sugar is in a Starbucks caramel Frappuccino. 46 grams of sugar. Let's measure that. So that's 9.5 teaspoons or 12.5 cubes of sugar in this drink.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm not the best at math, but I can read kind of. And this one 405 milliliter bottle has 46 grams of sugar, which is already pretty crazy. But it gets even better because one Google search for this purse glass thing says that it carries 2,300 milliliters, or roughly 5.67 of these bottles, or roughly 261 grams of sugar, aka 2 Monster Energies. Someone check my math, please. I do not trust myself. So it's safe to say that they're not drinking all of this at once. I hope not. If so, God bless your soul. Maybe they spread it out the week, who knows? What I do know is that this country already has a sugar problem. The number speaks for themselves. And by the way, I am not innocent myself. Matter of fact, guys, I have a confession. I eat milk and cookies right before bed quite often. Just about 40 grams of sugar after dinner, but right before I take my big back ass into bed. It's not good, I know. I just love it, damn it. And with warm milk, ooh, you gonna make me act up. And while my sugary vice is just milk and cookies, others use CoffeeTok to indulge in some insane creations. If you thought giant cups were the pinnacle of CoffeeTok, well, you're wrong. This creator just proved that it's not all about size. And it's not. It's not all about size. It's not. No, I swear it's not. It's not about size. Like, size doesn't matter that much. Ingredients are a big factor in the presentation of these projects. For example, the presentation on this video is pretty top notch. You know, the ice cream cone serves as a base while the marshmallows act as ornaments. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called art. The sugar just keeps accumulating and accumulating, especially with all your favorite brands being added to this drink. No, seriously, some of these videos are like a concoction of coffee and product placement. Yeah, I would definitely try that. I like Snickers, okay? I'm either going to love it or regret I trusted a Snickers coffee drink. Most American thing I've ever said, by the way. We have ice cream, Nutella, Hershey's drizzled chocolate on the outside of the cup. Why is it sticky? It's so freaking sticky. Oh man. Like, so much chocolate everywhere. Why is it sticky? Now, the one question that's actually bothering me is she drinking this every day for content? Or does she film and stack up videos multiple times a day? Either way, it can't be good for creators health-wise going this route, right? I mean, Nikocado was a perfect example of when things go too far in this niche. But I guess maybe with some exercise, it's not too bad. Or maybe these creators are just 2 steps ahead. Overall, CoffeeTok has taught me one important lesson. More ridiculous amounts of food equals more views. Simple, easy, that's it. I just wish it didn't waste so much coffee and promote bad eating habits. But who am I to talk? Everyone has their vices.